again for another review. We're going to be looking at from the Iron Man 2 movie series in War Machine. Let's take a look at War Machine here. As you can see, he is very detailed for the size figure he is. He's about 3 and 4 inches, I believe. And overall, he looks really nice. You see he's got some little symbols here. FLTS, ED44E001, all that good stuff. AF57. And yeah, as you can see, he's colored in the classic War Machine colors. Got a mixture of black and silver. His little reactor is painted silver red with a red outline, and his eyes are a mixture of red and white. Looks very nice. You got here some ball joints here for his weapons, which I'll show you later. And overall, the sculpt is very nice, and the look of it overall, again, very good. Articulation for War Machine here. His head can move about side to side, but it is limited to these little panels on his shoulders. His arms can go about that much rotate. He has a swivel joint right there, and his elbow does move, as well as his hand a bit, can swivel a bit, as well as the fist over here. His torso can move as well, and the legs can move right at the thigh around. Has a double hinge right here, a hinge here and a hinge here to get a somewhat of a double knee joint right there. And the ankles can move up and down, side to side, and it's pretty cool. The right here, the joints, the ones I'm not a fan of. You can move them out like that, but to get to move forward and back, you got to move that ball around, which, like with these figures, they're very hard to do. This leg right here, can actually move it pretty freely. It's not loose, but it feels like it's supposed to move. Like you can move it and it stays pretty still. And if you can do that, kind of, you can get his legs moving forward and back as well. Personally, I would have preferred, if they're going to do this joint, have this joint not tight but not very loose, just to how this is. Like if you move it, it's pretty much going to stay if you put a lot of pressure into moving it. But overall, articulation, it's a pretty good articulated figure. I mean, it is limited to these joints. Well, I'm not a fan of them, and I think because of these things, it does limit the articulation. And the head is a bit limited, but overall, your articulation is very well done, and these things also move for his weapons later. So the accessories that War Machine comes with: a stand, which has one little peg for his foot to go in. He's got an ammo clip that goes into his back. He's got 2 types of missiles, one translucent, one clear, just gray. Little small Gatling gun, and one big missile launcher, which you can push in there, and then boom. He also, with a lot of these figures, come with these cards. There are 3 of them, and basically one solid. The other 2 are translucent, which shows different parts of the armor. If you put them together, the suit is complete. It's got a bunch of different numbers, and really, I'm not sure what these things do. It does have a website to go to. It says IronManCard.com, but when you type that in, you just go to the official Marvel website. So I guess that website isn't up yet, isn't officially up, and we'll soon find out what that website does. All his weapons connected. He looks pretty cool. There are some problems with it though. 2 things. One, the ammo clip. it stays perfectly fine in his back, but it connects as I move this. Just put him down. It's supposed to go into this little slot right here, but the hole's not deep enough, so it just kind of just rests in there, and it doesn't really hold in real tight. And when you plug into this, it's a mixture of it doesn't plug in tight, and to me it's not long enough. I mean, if you try putting it in, it's just gonna keep falling out, and that's a big shame because with it on, he could have looked really nice, but it doesn't stay on, so I just leave it off. And another problem with this right here, as you saw, it's really floppy. It's not because of the ball joint, it's the socket. For some reason, it's too wide in there, and it doesn't have the friction to stay put. I mean, this one's fine. You can move it, but it stays put. This, on the other hand, yeah, it's what it is. It's not really sure how to fix that. I don't know if anyone has any tips on how to fix that kind of problem. If I just have to make this ball joint just bigger with nail polish or super glue, if that's the best way to go, let me know. But besides that, he does look really nice with the guns on. You see, he's got the missile here. I put this one on because it's a lot more colorful. It makes the missile launcher pop, besides just this gray one that's just dull. Despite those issues I have with the figure, War Machine, the movie series, it does look really nice. It does have some pretty good articulation. And I can recommend this figure. Besides my gripes with the joints and this missile launcher, again, it's a great figure. And if you're a fan of Iron Man, War Machine, you're a fan of how the movie armor looks, I definitely say you should pick this up. So until next time, guys, this is Jay Asante with Iron Man 2 War Machine movie series, and I will talk to you all later.
Boys and girls, looking for an online toy shop? Well, look no further than BigBadToyStore.com. This site has everything you're looking for, with all your favorite lines like Transformers, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Marvel, DC, Macross, Gundam, Kamen Rider, and much more! Want something that's on pre-order? Just add it to your cart, check out with no need to pay until it arrives at their warehouse. There's that and more great features available, but you can only find out by heading to BigBadToyStore.com. Again, that's BigBadToyStore.com. Check it out!